Hey, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another episode of College Ball with J-Dog. We got us a good show lined up today. First off, I need y'all to do that YouTube stuff for me. You know what it is. Smash that like button. Hit that bell. Go up, hit all. Helps you get my videos. If you're already subscribed and you're OG, I appreciate you. If you ain't subscribed, hit that button for me. It helps me out. Does nothing for you. Just lets you get some football knowledge from a damn college football maniac. It's a win-win situation. We got the SEC networks, SEC power rankings. Got four of their analysts. Chris Marler, who had Pavia ranked last in the conference in the preseason at quarterback. He put out a new list. Let's see where he put Pavia this time. Then we got our week 4 predictions. I got my best bet, my upset pick. If you're being around, you know the drill. If you haven't, welcome. Thursday's always the preview and prediction show for the week. So first thing we're going to start off with, y'all, we're going to start off with the SEC Network, their power rankings for the conference. They got 4 of them. Chris Doring, he's got Oklahoma at number 1. Georgia number 2. LSU 3. Vanderbilt 4. Texas A&M 5. Tennessee at 6. I'm pretty sure that's the lowest we are on any of these. Missouri at 7. Ole Miss at 8. Auburn 9. Bama 10. Texas 11. Mississippi State 12. Arkansas 13. Florida 14. South Carolina 15. Kentucky 16. That's a wild list, y'all. Florida should be last. That's just my opinion. They got a bad loss to USF. Kentucky, they at least beat Toledo when they played. They lost to Ole Miss. It should have been 10, but it was 7 because they kicked the last second field goal. Vandy at 4. That's high. I mean, that's my opinion. Yes, they whooped South Carolina, but South Carolina has not impressed so far this year. Vandy's got a big game Saturday, y'all. Last year, they beat Virginia Tech and then lost to Georgia State. They got Georgia State again. I think they'll boat race them, but that'd be hell if they lost to Georgia State 2 years in a row. So from his list, the main ones I see is Texas at 11. Texas defense is really good. I know Arch has struggled. I still think they should at least be above Alabama, since they don't have their loss to Ohio State was better than Alabama's loss to Florida State. But I understand why they're so low, because they have not looked good and they have not played good. Their defense is amazing. Their offense is trash. Texas fans, y'all, they're on Sarkisian's ass. I mean, let's just be honest about it. They're bringing up him when he was offensive coordinator at Bama, how Bama's offense got worse, at him as offensive coordinator at Atlanta Falcons. Talking about when he was at Washington with Jake Locker and them. I mean, they're not happy at all in Texas. And I can't say I blame them, because all offseason, all they've been fed by the media and Texas media is how great Arch was, and he is yet to show it. That happens sometimes. The media jumps on somebody, and then they never live up to the hype. Ben Watson's, his power rankings, I agree with a lot more than I do Chris Doring's, but we still got 2 more after his. He's got Florida at 15 instead of 14. Having Arkansas at 14 is crazy. But Ole Miss is at 10, so I guess that makes sense. in his ranking since he does have Ole Miss low. He's got Georgia 1, Oklahoma 2, LSU 3, Tennessee 4. So he's got us 2 spots higher than Chris Doring, A&M at 5, Texas 6, Alabama 7, Missouri 8, Vanderbilt 9, Ole Miss 10. Really, once you look at those lists and think about what you've seen this year, I think LSU is high. Their defenses look great, but their offenses look terrible. Same thing Texas is going through, but everybody's killing Texas because they lost to Ohio State and LSU beat Clemson. Well, we see what Clemson is. They barely beat Troy. They lost to Georgia Tech. So why is LSU getting all this love over beating Clemson? But everybody acts like the sky's falling for Texas when they lost to Ohio State, the number 1 team in the country, by 7 on the road. Don't make a lot of sense to me. There's still plenty of people riding LSU hard. I think LSU's going to get a dose of reality because somebody will score on them. And if they can't score more than 14, 20 points, somebody will do that and somebody will beat them. I'm still mind blown by how bad LSU's offense is, y'all. I really am. Let's see. I think this one's Dari Nakwa. He's got Georgia 1, Oklahoma 2. I agree with this 1 until Georgia loses. They're number 1. Oklahoma at 2. I'm still not sold on them. I'm waiting to see what they look like this weekend against Auburn, y'all. I'm not really high on Auburn either, but I'm higher on Auburn than I am Michigan. Alabama at 3 is absolutely crazy. We went through the same thing with Alabama last year, y'all. They beat Wisconsin worse last year than they did this year. Wisconsin's not a great football team. I love Luke Fickell as a coach. I think he picked a bad place to go be a head coach. That's my honest opinion. I think if he would have picked somewhere like Michigan or somewhere in the SEC that's invested, like South Carolina or maybe even Virginia Tech or somewhere like that, I think he would really succeed. But I just think Wisconsin, where it's located, the style of ball they played forever, can't play it anymore. That's your main way. And it's just hard to get good athletes to Wisconsin. He should have held out for another job. I'm not sure Wisconsin's really invested in football the way he thought they would be. And then all the NIL and revenue sharing stuff, I mean, maybe that will help him. Because I'm a fan of Luke Fickell. I think he could go somewhere and really be a top 10 coach. He was at Cincinnati. He went to the playoff at Cincinnati. But everybody's overhyping Bama again. Everybody's back on the Bama bandwagon over beating Wisconsin. I got on a little rant there. I need to move on. Tennessee at 4, LSU at 5, A&M at 6, Vanderbilt 7, Missouri 8, Ole Miss 9, Texas 10, 11 Auburn, 12 Mississippi State. Nobody's got Florida. Everybody's got Kentucky last step Florida. It don't make no sense to me. Florida's got a bad loss, and then they threw 5 picks against LSU. I just think Florida should be last in the conference, and then Kentucky at 15. Dari's list is pretty good. He's got a couple teams in places I wouldn't have them, but Alabama being the main one, Alabama at 3 is absolutely crazy work. I mean, let's be honest about it. Do y'all think Bama's real? Let me know in the comments. Do y'all think Bama has righted the ship just because they beat Wisconsin by 20-some points? Because I don't. If you do, get in the comment section. Tell me why you think they have. Last one is Alyssa Lang. Let's see who she's got. She got Georgia number 1, Tennessee number 2. I can dig that. LSU 3, Oklahoma 4, Texas A&M 5, Vandy 6, Ole Miss 7, Missouri 8, Bama 9, Texas 10, Auburn 11. Still don't have Florida last, but her list is way closer than anybody else's. I think she should flip Oklahoma and LSU right now, and I think A&M should be 4, Oklahoma should be 3, LSU at 5, Missouri should be ahead of Ole Miss. Tomorrow I'm going to give y'all my SEC power rankings. I'm going to do my own SEC power rankings so y'all can flame away when I do them. You tell me what you do different. Hers is the closest one by far. This lady's showing the guys up. I mean, her ranking is way better than any of the other guys. She almost had Florida down there. She had them at 15. They should be at 16 behind Kentucky. I don't care what anybody says. Kentucky don't have a bad loss yet. Florida has one. So Florida should be last. That's all them. Now let's get into Chris Marler here, y'all. This dude had Daggone. He had Joey Dimes, a.k.a. Joey Aguilar, ranked dead last in the SEC in the preseason at quarterback. Anybody that knows football knows damn well Tennessee's quarterback was not going to be dead last in the SEC. Well, he's put out a new ranking, y'all, after week 3. 16 Kentucky. He put who cares. Right now it's Cutter Boley. When Zach Calzado gets back, he'll probably be the guy. I'd stick with Cutter Boley. He's a freshman. It's going to be a long year anyway. If Stoops wants to save his job, he should start Boley. If Boley looks promising, that'll give him a little leeway with the fans. 15, DJ just throw it away. He needs to throw the ball away instead of throwing it to the other team. Forrest Manning at 14. He can't stand how wrong he was about these guys. So he has to make snide comments about them, y'all. He had Arch up there. He had Lenore Sellers up there. He had DJ Lagway up there. That was his top 3, I'm pretty sure. Jackson Arnold was above Pavia. Shapen was above, everybody's above Pavia. 10, he's got whoever Ole Miss's quarterback is. 9, Marcel Reed. 8, Garrett Nussmeier. 7, Ty Simpson. 6, Joey Dimes. 5, Gunnar Stockton. 4, Bo Probulo. 3, John Mateer. 2, Pavia. 1, Taylor Green. I'm not going to argue with them with Taylor Green at number 1 right now until they play better competition, because Taylor Green showed his ass this year, y'all. Now, I told y'all before the season starts. But he's one of those guys that if he ever figures it out and is consistent every week, he's a hell of an athlete, talented thrower. He just has games where you think he's the first pick in the draft, and he has games where you think he's an undrafted free agent. Pavia 2 is too high. Pavia would probably be 5 or 6. Mateer 3. Mateer's only got 5 touchdowns, y'all, 3 interceptions. I know he's played good, but all the people got him for the Heisman right now is blowing my mind. Pabula 4. Pabula's played really good. Best team they played, Kansas. Kansas has never had a defense. So we're still Auburn would definitely be their best test so far this year. We'll see what he looks like Saturday. Gunnar Stockton at 5. Aguilar outperformed Stockton Saturday. And Georgia definitely has a better defense than Tennessee right now because we ain't got our corners and we got a couple of defensive linemen missing. So Aguilar should definitely be above him. And I agree with having Lagway and Sellers and Forrest Manning down at the bottom of the list. Because even before Lenore Sellers got hurt, y'all, he was not balling out like he did last year. It's looking like he might play Saturday. So he's got a chance to redeem himself. Tomorrow, my video will have a SEC team power ranking and a SEC quarterback power ranking. I'm going to do my own rankings. Let y'all tell me what you think. Now, we're going to talk about this before we get into our game picks, y'all. This is crazy. Fun stat of the day. Billy Napier would need to win the next 28 games in a row. 28 games in a row. To match the winning percentage that got Dan Mullen fired. What does Florida have on Strickland? What does Billy Napier have on Strickland that he's not fired him yet? I can't believe it. I really can't. It's absolutely mind-blowing. I cannot figure it out. It's not my place to figure out necessarily, but if you're a Florida fan, why do you think he's not pulled the trigger yet? Because I don't have a clue. I figured he'd done pulled it. He might after this Saturday. I say that every Saturday. I would have pulled it after the USF game. Dan Mullen literally was winning 9 games a year. That wasn't good enough. Napier can't get but 1 winning record in 4 years. And he still got a job. Makes no sense. That's enough hating on my damn Florida fans. I'm not hating on you. I just don't understand why y'all are putting up with that when your program is too damn good to put up with that. Now I'm somebody who loves Florida being down, but I can't believe they keep putting up with it. Florida is too good of a program to be having losing records. I don't care how hard the schedule is. All right, y'all, let's get into the predictions. We about made it to week 4. Let's clap it up for week 4. My boys have a snooze fest this week, y'all. 12:45 kickoff. Worst kickoffs of all is any time around noon. Y'all let me know in the comments. What's your favorite time for a kickoff? I'm in the minority. I hate a noon kickoff. I know everybody hates noon kickoffs. But I like 3:30 games better than any game. I love a 3:30 game. All right, Tennessee, UAB comes to Knoxville. This game will be over at halftime. Everybody on the team's going to get to play. The total is 69.5. The spread is 37. They think UAB scored 32 points. Just kidding. I think if you ever anytime Tennessee plays a bad team, take the spread. Josh Heupel covers the spread all the time against bad teams. Anytime Tennessee plays a bad team, Heupel covers the spread. I don't bet on Tennessee, but if I did, I'd take that 37.5, y'all. Like I said, it's going to be a snooze fest. But I'm going to be tuned in. I'm going to be fired up. Mississippi State on the road next, their first real road game. Let's see what Joey Dimes looks like next Saturday on the road. I think this game right here, y'all, is going to be an absolute shootout. Utah, Texas Tech. The spread is 2.5 Utah. That's their favorite because they're at home. That's what that boils down to. Over-under is 56.5. I'm going to pick teams, obviously, but I would hammer that over. 56.5. It could be, I think this game's going to be probably in the 40s. 35-42, something like that. So I'd absolutely hammer the over on this game. There's no way these teams don't score over 56 points. It opened at 4.5. It's down to 2.5. Everybody got real high on Utah. They whooped UCLA's ass. Not so impressive anymore. Baron Morton's probably been the best quarterback in college football so far this year. Dan Pierre's not far behind. But Dan Pierre ain't had to play anybody with any athleticism yet. And that includes UCLA. Give me Texas Tech to go into Utah come out with the win. All that NIL money they've been spending pays off. They go into Utah, pull off the upset. That's the upset pick of the week right there. There might be more. Well, foreshadowing, there could be more. Texas Tech goes into Utah and gets the W, y'all. Up next, you got Auburn, Oklahoma. Jackson Arnold goes into Oklahoma with the chance to get revenge on his old team. Is Oklahoma for real? I'm not sold yet. Beating Michigan didn't sell me on them. That's because I'm not high on Michigan. I think Michigan's an 8-4 team. Their over-under win total was 9.5. Michigan had no offense that game. Oklahoma only won by 11. I'm not as high on Michigan's defense this year either. Auburn will be their best competition they played so far. The spread started at 6.5. It's up to 7.5, y'all. The over-under is 47.5. I'd probably take the over on that one too, but I'm not doing that. Give me Oklahoma to win, Auburn to cover. I like Auburn to lose by a touchdown, so I'm going to take them 7.5. I think Auburn covers. They do not win, though. So Oklahoma wins, Auburn covers. I think Jackson Arnold does just enough to keep the game close to the end. Oklahoma scores near the end of the game, gets the win. Who's up next? This game right here is not one many people are talking about. Tulane versus Ole Miss. At Ole Miss, y'all. Does Ole Miss have their quarterback? Which quarterback plays for Ole Miss? The spread's 12.5. Tulane has beat Duke. The spread is 13.5, started at 12.5. I really like Tulane. Tulane was my group of 5 pick to make the playoff. But I'm taking Ole Miss to cover, y'all. I think Ole Miss wins by about 17 to 3 touchdowns. So anywhere from 17-21. I still like Tulane to run the table after that game. So I think it's going to come down to them and USF for who gets the group of 5 bid. You can't sleep on UNLV either out west now. So give me Ole Miss covering that one. Take Ole Miss in the points, y'all. Up next, if you watch Bussin' with the Boys, you know what this one is. It's the Bussin' Bowl. Can Nebraska finally get over the hump, get a win versus a ranked team, and finally get back to national relevance? Nebraska and Tennessee have been on a similar path till Heupel come. Heupel got us turned around. Can Matt Rule get Nebraska finally turned around? Last year they made a bowl game. First one in a while. Real one step in the right direction. Matt Rule at year 3, everywhere he's been. Wins 11 games. Temple. Baylor. Can he do it at Nebraska? Nebraska is 1.5-point underdogs. The home field advantage. That means they really be on a neutral side. They probably be about 4.5-point dogs. Give me Nebraska. I think Nebraska's a better team this year. I don't like a true freshman quarterback going into Nebraska's a hostile environment. One thing you say about Nebraska, they've been down. They're just like Tennessee fans. They literally kept showing up, supporting their team. Can they finally get rewarded for supporting their team like the Vols finally did? I think yes. I think Nebraska takes the Bussin' Bowl. As much as it pains me to say that, because ever since Nebraska canceled their series against Tennessee for next year, I've been pissed off about it. They're running from the competition. They'll schedule some scrub, get an extra win. They's afraid to play Tennessee. It's all right. We got another good game scheduled. We got Georgia Tech next year. We go to Georgia Tech next year, and the year after they come here instead of getting to play Nebraska because Matt Rule is a chicken shit. This game right here, y'all, a lot of this game depends on does Lenore Sellers play. At this point, it's looking like it's possible he's going to play. I think he does play. He's questionable. The Vegas has moved that line a lot. It's went from like 13.5 down to 11.5, down to 9.5, and it's also down to 8.5 on BetMGM, I think. With the line moving like it is, it seems to me like Vegas thinks Lenore Sellers plays. If Lenore Sellers does play, and the spread's at 8.5, 9.5, I'll take South Carolina to cover, Missouri to win. If Lenore Sellers don't play, Missouri will win by probably 2 touchdowns. If Lenore Sellers plays, I think they cover the 9.5, 8.5, lose by about a touchdown. I'm still not sold on Missouri either, y'all. Yes, they beat Kansas pretty good after a bad first quarter, but it's a whole different level of athlete against South Carolina, y'all. Kansas is a good team for the Big 12. Their offense is good. Their defense is atrocious. It's been atrocious. Is Missouri's offense really that good, or are they just feasted on bad competition? We'll see Saturday. South Carolina's supposed to have a pretty good defense. Didn't look that way against Vandy. Can they step up this week? And does Lenore Sellers play? Like I said, even if he plays, I think they lose. But if he does, I'll get a take on the cover the spread. I know that's kind of wishy-washy, but you got to pick off, is he playing or not? I would not put any money on that game until Saturday when we find out if Lenore Sellers is playing. If we don't find out for Saturday, I'd wait till Saturday. Even if you have to place the bet as the game kicks off, once you know if he's playing or not. Because that's not nothing to play with. If he's not playing, Doty looked terrible. But they got Aaron Nolan from Ohio State. Why is he not playing? He can't be worse than what Doty looked like against Vandy. If he did, he's just another overrated quarterback from that same class. All right, y'all. Up next, the Gators versus the U. Miami is 7.5-point favorites. It was 9.5. It's down to 7.5. I can't get out of my head the way Miami did Florida last year, y'all. They beat the living hell out of Florida. At Florida. Was telling the recruits there to watch the Florida game, come to Miami. The recruits were, the recruits were joining in with them while they was there to watch Florida. Last year when it looked like Napier was done, his team fought back for him. I don't see it this year. Give me Miami to cover. The over-under is 51.5. I could see that being under. Just because I don't think Florida's going to score much. I think DJ Lagway's confidence is shot. He's done with Napier. I think Florida's team is done with Napier. They're tired of starting the season out terrible. I think they mail it in this year and do not save Napier's job. So give me this one as his 3rd loss in a row. Probably get to hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more on Sunday. Now that they're 4 games in, their players can't transfer. So they might pull the plug then. That's probably why they ain't pulled the plug now that I think about it. UCLA and Virginia Tech pulled the plug. Now their players are eligible to go play at other places. So I think Florida, if they do lose this weekend, they'll pull the plug. Now it's 4 games in. Most of their players can't transfer. Or they may just wait so they don't lose nobody. It don't matter. You're going to lose them regardless. If you fire Napier, you're going to lose Lagway. You're going to lose a lot of your players. That's just part of it. Would you rather keep the same players you keep losing with? I wouldn't. Now, if Florida wins and proves me wrong, I'll eat crow on Sunday, but I don't see it. All right, y'all, here we go. We got Illinois and Indiana. I really don't know what to make of this game, y'all. Illinois is the high-ranked team. They got the most returners from last year. Indiana brought Mendoza in from Cal, who's a really good quarterback. The FPI loves Indiana. I said Illinois was overrated all offseason. I think Indiana's probably a little overrated too. Indiana's at home. The spread's up to 6.5. I'm going to take Illinois to cover. I want to take them to win, but I ain't got the balls. I'm trying to have a good record at the end of the year, y'all. So give me Illinois to cover the spread. Indiana to win, but I'll take Illinois plus the 6.5. Wouldn't surprise me one bit if they win, but I'm not going to pick it because I want my record to look good at the end of the year. I'm trying to show y'all I'm actually knowledgeable. So give me Illinois the points. Indiana wins. If anything changes on Saturday, I'll let y'all know. Before Saturday, I'll let you know. This one right here, this last game, it's not really one anybody cares about, but it is the best bet of the week. Done gave you my upset pick. I gave you two upsets if you want to follow them, but I gave you my upset pick is Texas Tech over Utah. And my other upset, I guess I have two upset picks because I got Nebraska beating Michigan, and that one's probably more of a bigger upset technically because Nebraska's not ranked and Michigan is. So if you put both of those together on a little parlay ski, you'll make a little money and you get 50% profit boost on the Bussin' Bowl alone by itself because Taylor Lewan and Will Compton, they got a deal with FanDuel. Here's my best bet, y'all. Give me Michigan State to cover 17.5 against USC. Look at that FPI. 95% to 5%. Like I said, I think Michigan State is going to be a little better than some people think. I don't know. I just like this spot here. Vegas is against me on this. They think the Trojans will cover the 17.5. My best bet of the week, Michigan State covering 17.5 against USC. We got a show tomorrow. Like I said, I'm going to give y'all my own power rankings for the teams in the SEC. I'm going to give you my quarterback power rankings. Y'all get in the comment section. Tell me if you want to see me do a top 25 or like college football playoff top 12 going into week 4. Can't wait till Saturday, y'all. I know y'all can't either. Wish Tennessee had a better game, but it'll be nice to not be so nervous all day Saturday. I appreciate y'all tuning in. As always, God bless you. And go Vols.